Hello, welcome to Waypoint Survival. Today, I'm going to show you the contents of this mini survival kit that you can wear around your neck. Stay tuned. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, you can get some of these great t-shirts and sweatshirts. It's got the Waypoint Survival logo on it, and just a really great thing. You can find that down in the Teespring link, and there's quite a few things there that you might enjoy, especially as we're headed for Christmas, just to show your support for the channel and all things Waypoint Survival. I put this little survival kit together probably 15 plus years ago, and it rides in my backpack when I'm going places, and it's just an extra piece of gear. Along with some skills, it contains enough items that can really make a difference in a survival situation. The first thing that you notice about this is it comes in a little Eddie Bauer case, and this is just simply a case that had a little flashlight and multi-tool in it, and I bought it quite a few years ago at Target. Then, because I wanted to hang it around my neck, and of course cordage is a very important thing to have, I simply took 3 strands of paracord and I did a braid. It's just a simple 3-strand braid, which gives me about 10 feet of paracord. Of course, it's 550, so you have the 7 inner strands. So along with that, you have quite a bit of cord for survival situations. I melted the ends really well together so that I could use some loops for a simple carabiner to fit through, so that then it can fasten around my neck. Another thing you'll see on the outside is a large safety pin with a bit of Gorilla duct tape around it for emergency repairs, and also a fire starter. Opening up the kit is just a Velcro closure. You have to push a little bit from the bottom here to get the kit to slide up, and it's just simply a small mint tin. On the back, there's a bit of a pouch here, and that holds a really nice little Gerber knife. You can kind of get an idea there, and it is the open frame type, and it's just a super size. Of course, it locks. It's got a little push lock there, and you don't even really know it's there, and it just slides down in the very back like this, and so it gives you a knife option with the kit. Opening up the kit, we see a few things on top. Of course, the razor blade that I demonstrated in last week's video of how you can make a proper knife out of this. Here is the wire that we used to make that extra knife. The first item that I want to show you is a couple of sewing needles in some silver duct tape. In case I drop it, it's a little easier to see than the black Gorilla tape. Also a couple of Tender Quick fire tabs. Next, I have a very small Energizer flashlight, and I do have the batteries turned around backwards so they don't come on accidentally during transport and storage, and so that's a handy little light. It's very bright. Next, I have an inexpensive button compass, which works pretty well. I have a couple of these wind and waterproof storm matches. I have them cut down so that they'll fit inside of the tin. I also have a trick birthday candle, and you light this, and then if the wind blows it out, it relights on its own, and it saves you a lot of trouble trying to start something and wasting matches or your lighter. I have about 10 feet of snare wire. This is in addition to what I use to fasten on the blade. I also have about 30 feet of 80-pound spider wire fishing line, and this can be used, of course, for shelter building, for sewing, and anything else that you might need some strong cordage. And this is in addition to the paracord, of course, that I carry. I have a couple of aspirin, and of course aspirin is useful for a lot of things. If someone's having a heart attack, or just for general pain relief, as long as you're not allergic to it. I have a cut down book of matches with the striker, and this is taped. It's taped to protect the striking surface as well as to make it more compact, and this is from an MRE, and so this also gives me a striker then for my wind and waterproof matches. I also carry a couple of lead sinkers for fishing, and on the side of the kit I have 6 fishing hooks, and these are the Laser brand, and they're just a small, like a number 4 hook, and that's good because you can catch a big fish on a small hook, but you can't catch a small fish on a big hook, so you want small hooks in your survival kit. I also have an additional safety pin, which is great for all kinds of repairs. It can also be used as an emergency fish hook if needed. I also have a couple of X-Acto blades, because cutting tools are very important, and when you get into really fine things like skinning out small game, this is very, very handy, and it's always good to have something sharp. It's very small, very thin, and this actually gives me a total then of 4 blades in the kit. I also carry in the bottom just a flat piece of duct tape. This is only a couple of feet, but duct tape has so many uses that it was just an idea to put it in there because I can always use it for something. Under that, I have a couple of these steri strips, and these are wound closure strips for some first aid. Underneath that, I have a small Fresnel lens that can be used to start fires. I also have a small signal mirror, and this is just a piece of a replacement mirror that you can get at the automotive store in case your side mirrors get broken out, and you just cut it to shape to fit the tin. The last thing that I carry is an alcohol prep wipe. Just a simple pad, of course, can be used to clean wounds, but also as an extra fire starter should I need it. And when we get everything packed up and back in there and carefully arranged in its proper place, we close the little kit and put it back in its pouch, making sure it slides all the way down and it fits perfectly. And this is our little neck survival kit. This is James Bender for Waypoint Survival. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also make sure and check out the links in the description box below, just under the More button. And while you're down there, you'll also find our waypointsurvival.com link. And this is where you can sign up to take great survival and bushcraft training classes here at our beautiful facility in Southern Ohio. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. And when you do subscribe, make sure and press that bell button so that you can stay notified of all of our upcoming videos, and we'll talk to you next time.